I'm Dave Doran, as you know, the head football coach here at NC State. I just want to welcome everybody and thank you for coming. It's a great group of young men, and as you know, this is an important step in their journey.
Everybody has their own story, and I'm just going to keep writing my own.
Pro Day is an opportunity to showcase, what you got.
Just another amazing opportunity for them to showcase not just what they can do, but who they are.
It's an opportunity to see if you're going to rise or you're going to fall.
There's long-standing relationships with these guys. Most sixth-year players that I've had on one team in my career at one time, and in some of those cases, guys you recruited for 2 years. Grant Gibson, guy we recruited for a long time prior to getting him. Some of them were transfers that you just knew for a year or two, but gave tremendous amount and really had rebirths, to their careers. So there's stories behind each relationship. Most of them, if you did before and afters of their tenure, it'd be pretty mind-blowing to look at the body changes in a Thayer Thomas, for example, who came in here in the 150 range and left in the 190 range. Is faster, stronger, all those things, and we're a part of that. He's a part of that. His work ethic helped that process, no doubt. Guy that was a walk-on that earned a scholarship, that holds a lot of really, really impressive records here in the record books. And Chris Dunn came in here, now he's the leader in points scored. Then you have a guy like Chandler Zavala, went to Fairmont State, transferred here, and only got to play 5 games, and we had to fight like crazy to get him another year. And now he got an extra year, and now he's going to be one of the top guards in the NFL draft, because of that extra year. Tanner Engel, geez, we're going to miss watching him play. That guy, every coach in the league you talk to brings up number 10. Like they love watching number 10, hate playing against number 10. Bryson Spees, what a great guy, leader. Grant Gibson, great guy, leader. Those guys will have opportunities to keep playing as well. And there's so many stories. Isaiah Moore coming off an ACL injury and having another great season, a great pro day. Drake Thomas too. I wish he was coming back. Might be the most violent player I've ever seen in person. The way he hits and brings, from a 220-pound guy, the way that he can accelerate and have contact with people and be durable, pretty amazing. Seeing him go out with his brother there and watching them perform the way they did, it's special, man. Those 2 guys meant a lot to this football team. They're 2 of the best football players in the ACC.
I just, was trying to follow my heart, really. I didn't want to make any decisions based on anything other than, where I felt like I should be, where I felt like my heart was, and also just praying on it and talking with God about it, where I felt like He wanted me to be. And that's really ultimately what led me to making the decision I made.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. I think he's healthy coming out of a really good season, really 2 good seasons in a row. And it's really, what do you have left versus what are you risking? And so it was hard for him. Like, he was torn on what to do. And so, I know at the end it was where he felt most comfortable was taking a shot at the league.
I felt like back-to-back all ACC. I put 2 really productive years together back-to-back. I'd say that I put up a lot of numbers that not many people can say that they put up. I felt like I had, the production that I wanted. The proof was in the tape, and I just had to, step out of my comfort zone a little bit and take that next leap, that next step, and just have faith in it.
What do you think the difference is between college and pros?
I think guys have to be more self-motivated. I think in college, guys are going to have their time more structured, and the pros, there's structured time, but it's not going to be the same. There's going to have to be things that guys are going to have to do on their own, from a nutrition standpoint, from a body prep standpoint, that isn't going to be as laid out, and there's going to have to be, more self-motivation to get all that stuff done.
When these guys leave after the bowl game, they get into that mode of training for the NFL.
Yeah, I trained in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It was awesome. I was with a great group of guys, some really talented guys. I was with my brother. And it was really fun. It was just like a time to get away and just focus and work and get better.
So, every day we're working out. Really Monday through Saturday, we were training. It would normally be a run, whether that was linear or multi-directional run in the morning, followed by a lift in the afternoon.
Yeah, I think, Coach Doran, Coach Thunder, and, Natalie, the nutrition staff, and even going to Justin and sportsman staff, I think they all prepared me to kind of just be a professional and, you know, kind of just teaching me how to go about things and really just taking care of business. And, you know, in my time here, the less they had to say to me was kind of the better. That means I was doing the right stuff.
Eating a lot, but eating really clean. You know, no, you know, processed foods, no fast food, no fried foods, none of that. I mean, and I was already strict about my diet and how I ate and what I put into my body, but that was kind of like another level, like no cheat meals, none of that. Just eating as clean as I could every single day, trying to maximize the opportunity and, you know, maximize the output.
What is pro day?
You know, it's like a football graduation almost. It's really the last thing they do as an NC State athlete.
Pro day is an opportunity to showcase, you know, what you got to the next level, to the scouts.
What's up, man? Good luck.
Appreciate it. So it's just really an opportunity to put your athleticism and skill set on show.
You know, everybody obviously sees what your product on the field and your film, but then again, it's like a last time to showcase in front of these guys and leave a lasting impression of what kind of player you are and what kind of person you are and what kind of athlete you are.
You've had 3 months to really like clean up everything, to clean up your stance, to clean up your stars, to clean up your bench press. And, you know, to show them what you've been working on is huge, because this is kind of like their last chance to make their choice before the draft comes.
It's under the lights, a whole lot of people watching. Everybody and their mama got a clock in their hand, you know, timing you, seeing what you're gonna run. And it's an opportunity to see if you're gonna rise or you're gonna fall. We chose to rise. Being back in Raleigh, you know, I kind of try to simulate my NC State game day. The night before pro day, I chose to stay at our team hotel. Slept there that night, got up that following morning, did our little morning routine, went on a walk, got some breakfast, and then, you know, headed over to the stadium. Same way we would do on a normal game week.
It's a crazy experience for the simple fact that, like, I know that I've, like, played with these guys, you know what I'm saying? I've been on the field with these guys, I've been in the weight room with these guys, I've done team runs with these guys, and it's just a crazy experience seeing these guys about to take their careers to the next level.
This is the last thing you do as an NC State, I guess you would say, amateur athlete, you know, and then you turn pro. And somebody hopefully is paying you to continue to play the sport, or you're out there doing life's work.
Doing good, man. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
You ready?
I know you're ready. It's your time. Yeah.
You ready?
You got your folks here?
Yeah, I got my brother, my mama over there on that side behind this thing.
Yeah, I think I saw your mama walking.
And my little sister, so yeah.
Well, the people behind it deserve a ton of credit. You know, I think D'Antonio Burnett and his staff, Justin Smith and his staff, Adam Clark and his staff, Dee Dee Hoggard does a tremendous amount of work organizing this event.
My name is Dee Dee Hoggard. I'm Director of Student Athlete Welfare. I'm the pro liaison. So, you know, I have to talk to all these scouts. I have to set the event up as far as who's coming here, position coaches, special teams coaches, see Chris. So I've just kind of been the liaison to make sure that these guys are here, seeing the guys that they won't see.
Lots of hands involved in this. And then the NFL, we had 28 of the 32 teams represented at the event, so there's a lot of communication with them, not just scouts, but coaches, GMs, coordinators that were in attendance. As we all know, every player on our team that's an inch too short, that's what the scouts will say, right? I wish he was taller. But when you turn on the tape, man, he plays a lot bigger than a lot of people out there, and he can run.
I had to prove that I could move, I could run, I could jump, I was athletic. I didn't want them to be able to put, you know, a box around me, you know, put limitations on me or barriers. I wanted to show them that I was a great athlete along with a great football player. So that was really my main goal in coming out there.
The biggest thing I want to show is, number one, that I'm fully healthy, coming off ACL. And number two, like I said, I'm not just a first, second down guy. I can play in space. I can play third down. I can cover. I can rush. Whatever is needed, you know, to do, I can do.
I think they've learned over time here that if you're not wired that way, it's going to be a tough road.
If you really think about it, man, it's years and years of preparation. You know, it's just not. I mean, when guys start playing football, they're starting 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old. A lot of guys don't go to the combine. So this is like the event for them. And you got parents here, you got coaches here, you got trainers here. I mean, you got a lot of people here. Key thing is this: make sure you're ready today because you don't know if you get another opportunity.
Because they glorify, you know, the numbers, the 40 times, the vertical jumps, the broad jumps, the shuttles. They put a big point of emphasis on those times, on those testing numbers. So to go out there and perform your best, it's really important because you really have one shot, and it's like you trained and you prepare your whole life for that one day, and you know, it's like it's a lot of weight put on that one day, and to come out there and perform your best is crucial.
It just seems like in general, we kind of get overlooked here, especially with you know, the accolades and the invites to the combine and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I just think everybody here, you know, has a chip on their shoulder for those types of reasons, and I think that makes us better at the end of it.
How did you feel not getting the invite to the combine?
I could sit here and tell you how angry or upset I was and how mad I was, but I leaned on my faith a lot, and I just had to trust in the process and, you know, trust in God and having me exactly where He wanted me to be in that point in time.
I was just ready to take full advantage of the opportunity just because this was my combine, so I wanted to take full advantage of it and do my best.
Did you feel slighted at all by not getting an invite to the combine?
I mean, no. Everybody has their own story, and I'm just going to keep writing my own. Everybody's going to have their own journey. It can either be a straight line, or for my journey, my whole football career for 6 years has been just a zigzag. Had a lot of obstacles, but a big thing I carried throughout my whole entire football career is just control what you can control.
Good luck, brother.
Appreciate it.
Because he had this bad back right the year before. Yeah. And the year before that, he played at Fairmont, and they canceled football because of COVID. So he lost that year, and then he only got half of the last year with us, you know. And they were going to say he couldn't have that year back from Fairmont. We finally got it, but it took like 3 appeals, and then we had to hire a lawyer. Yeah.
I was at Fairmont for 4 years. I got All-American my second year at Fairmont State and first team. And then my third year, I got the same thing. And during that 4th year, I didn't have a season at all. I graduated that spring, and then I went to the transfer portal. And then what made it easy coming to NC State, I mean, my mother lived here, my grandmother was close.
Watched a lot of the film. Obviously, he's playing down several levels, but you could see the size, the strength, the competitiveness, the finish, the athleticism, the bend. As you got to know him, just the personality was such a great fit, and we had a need. Like, you know, I mean, he was going to come in and be a starter.
Me and Icky together were probably the best left side in the country. We were rolling for those first 5 or 6 games. We were rolling the best left side in the country, in my opinion.
Like, I don't think you could say that there was another O-line like the left side that we had at that time.
You're going from Fairmont playing in front of 100 fans to going and playing, 65,000? So it was a big thing, but it's no biggie.
Would have been nice to have that next to each other for that whole ride.
The bye week, something had was bothering me in my back.
So that day, it was a hot day. We just thought that he was kind of starting to cramp or something. We didn't know until we came in that he couldn't walk. He was having issues with his back.
He got 2 epidurals and didn't have any relief at all, so we went ahead and made the decision to go ahead and head to surgery at that point in time. And his surgery went really well, and his rehab went great. I mean, Luke Buffum, our PT, did an outstanding job with him, and they worked really hard, and Chandler was never down about it.
And he deserves everything that's going to come his way because it has not been easy.
At that point, right after that point, we started filing waivers, just trying to get a medical year, or even we tried to get a COVID year because I didn't have a season at all. I'm not a quitter at all. I'm just going to keep going until there's a definite chance that it's not going to happen.
A long waiting game, to be honest. I knew they were going to fight hard, and I knew they were going to exhaust all resources to get him that extra year. So it was really, I mean, I had confidence that they were going to get it done.
I was out eating, and he called me. I was like, hello? And he's like, man, listen, I'm back. I was like, what? And so I started screaming at the table, and everybody else was, you know, like, what's going on? But I'm like, y'all don't understand. That is a huge deal that we just got him back.
Yeah, like halfway through the season, it started rolling. Pretty much a lot of teams, and then Coach D was just like, I'm not gonna tell you a lot, but just keep doing what you're doing.
I wanted him to know that success was coming, but I also wanted him to focus on the process of continuing to do what he was doing prior to.
I'm the best guard in this draft, so I mean, they wanted to just see everything they could.
Man, listen, it was times this year where I really felt bad for the three technique. I'm like, this is not gonna be a fun day for you. Like, when you see Chandler, just how big he is and how strong his hands are, it's like, dude, it's gonna be a long day for you. But to see him just play well in the pancake guys and just to go out there, to really just have fun. Just to see us all go out there, man, this is our last year at State, and you know, we're all close friends. Like, even now, we still hang out and spend time together. Those are my guys, man, and just to see us all go out there and just have a nice time was awesome. This year was probably the best I played. I felt at peace, I felt relaxed, I felt just free. And I can't say that I've done that in the past. You know, like, I wanted to make sure that my last year that I just had fun with the guys.
Grant was balling, man. He was on the way to being, you know, first team All-ACC. He was every goal that he set out preseason, he was going to accomplish. And he was on his way, man. He was definitely on his way.
Yeah, I haven't talked about it, but it was tough.
When did it happen?
It was, man, you made me cry, man. All right, Grant, come on, lock in. So this was senior night. We're up, it's like 14 or 17 to 7. And like the pile falls into my knee. I didn't really think anything of it before. The pile falls on me a lot. But I tried to take a step and my knee kind of felt loose. Didn't really feel right, kind of just fell. But I kind of knew that something was wrong. And that's kind of scary just because of the day that it was. Senior day, you know, like I was very emotional going into that game just because it was my last one here.
You know, I saw the play happen. You know, I ran on the field, checked on him, made sure he was okay. You know, I could tell he was nervous about it, but you know, everything looked fine, you know, at the time.
You know, there was some question, you know, when we got him into the tent on the side and the docs were looking at him as to whether it was torn or not. I remember being optimistic about him and saying, because Grant always gives you the PVO, right, the positive vibes only. So I remember slapping him and telling him, hey, man, PVO, we're going to be fine. Maybe this is going to be okay.
Yeah, I was just so hopeful that it wasn't what it was. He was so emotional and scared in the moment. And so just told him I love him, and whatever it is, we're going to get through it together.
The next day, like, I got an MRI, and then they just told me, like, hey, you tore your ACL. And I think I, like, cried just instantly.
That's a tough call to have to sit down and make. And, you know, to his credit, I mean, he's another one. I mean, I got what I got. He was down, you know, maybe a day or so, and then he kind of got after the prehab.
So normally, like, after the season, like, you go somewhere and you train, you know, to you know, do the best at the combine and things like that. But with me, I had to stay here and rehab my knee. So I stayed in Raleigh. I've been up at State the entire past 3 months after the bowl game. And I've been in here each day with Justin just rehabbing my knee, and he's been awesome. He makes sure that I'm gonna, you know, come to work each day and that I'm gonna put my best foot forward. Just the impact that he's had, you know, because he has a lot on his plate, but the fact that he makes time for me, just to make sure that I can rehab my knee and get back to my old self, that means a lot to me. So it wasn't what I had planned at the start of the season, but God always has a plan, and you just have to have faith that it's gonna work out.
I'm tired, man. Gotta keep going now. You gotta keep going. It's gonna pay off. That's the mindset. It's not always gonna feel good, but it's gonna pay off.
At Pro Day, I couldn't run yet. I'm not cleared to run, but I was able to bench. So I did 225. I did the 225 test. I got up 26 reps, which I was, you know, it was okay. I thought I was going to get higher, kind of got tight at the end, but it's all good. That's still a fine number. It was important for me to go to pro day just to show everybody like, hey man, I've still been working. Like I rehab every day, then I go upstairs and lift. After I benched, I was done for the day. So like what I did was I just tried to go cheer on everybody.
He was the loudest one, you know, in pro day. I heard him throughout, even did the O-line drills. He was sitting right there beside Chandler and Speeds, giving him all the praise he could, all the encouragement that he could. And, you know, I expect nothing less, you know, from Brent.
There you go, Big Chan. There you go. All right, Big Chan.
It hasn't been easy, but you know, you have to work hard for those things that you want in life. And I think that's what I've learned through this time period is this isn't the path that I have for myself, but it's okay that it's still gonna work out. And you just have to keep that faith.
Everything I learned here at NC State, I carried on with me to the NFL, so everything.
I think just the development overall, just body-wise, speed-wise. I came in 185. I'm 220 now, so this says a lot about what Thunder and his staff and what they do. So I think that was the biggest investment I made personally, was just getting my body right.
Yeah, I wasn't expected to see, there's always families there. I wasn't expecting to see Aleem McNeil and Bam and Laurel and, you know, some guys came back to cheer on these guys, and that was cool. That was really cool to see that. Obviously, they got a lot of things they could be doing in their off season with their free time, and it says a lot about, you know, how they feel about their alma mater, the program, and younger players that they want the opportunity maybe to breathe some life back into.
Yeah, I think the culture at NC State, it's a lot of things, you know, but the foundation of it is family. We're very close-knit. We care about each other, and that trumps every other thing. That's something that we try to instill in each and every one of our teammates, and that's something that is going to get carried on. At the end of the day, it's all about you know, that red and white and that family.
His integrity, I think he's just a better person overall. So I'm very proud of him, and North Carolina State, we're very grateful, you know, for the opportunity for him to have gone to this great school. So.
Yeah, the family atmosphere is great here. I think it's very genuine, and all the coaches and the support staff and everybody really get along. You don't get that at a lot of different places, but you know, it doesn't matter where you are on the totem pole here. Like, you're kind of treated, everybody's treated the same.
It's been long, it's been exciting, and it's been an adventure. Definitely the boys have put in a lot of hard work, so we're excited for them.
You know, I think that's just a real place. I think this is, there's nothing fake about it. You know, I think it's consistent. It's guys and girls that love working with young people, love being with each other in the office space. We have a lot of fun. We work hard. We play hard, sometimes harder, and trying to make, you know, each day as good as we can. With the culture, it's really what it is. You know, love what you do and do it with people you love. I think this is a place that, you know, I hope I'm here until it's no longer time to be on the planet.
I believe it was a success. You know, you got a chance to see a lot of kids participate, and I think they did okay, man. You know, I'm proud of the guys. This is the time where they've been waiting for. You didn't get up to the combine. This is your combine.
Great day at work. You know, did what I needed to do, showed what I needed to show, and got to watch him.
No cheat meals at all. With the head man.
All-time leading scorer.
Happy to be back. Keep coming as long as that fob gets me in.
It's about to be deactivated.
No!
Yeah, man. Good day to be back in Raleigh, man. You know, had to come over here and work with my guys. We on the clock now, man. We on the clock, man. On the clock, man, you know.
Do you think Pro Day as a whole was a success?
100%. I think that NC State is starting to be recognized as a school that produces talent. And it's been like that for years, that we have great players here. And I think that Pro Day was just another indicator of that.
Test your audio. Can you say your name and your future occupation?
Isaiah. No,
30 minutes. It's got.
Oh.
Hey, Mom, can I call you back? I'm in an interview right now. All right, cool. All right, bye. That's my mama.
What? Go freaking Pack.
Like I did that. What's up?
Yeah, nice.